am now off to explore the Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival. There are a few similarities between Epcot's Food and Wine Festival and Flower and Garden Festival, where both of them actually have different, character florals. They also feature food. Looks like Mickey has a shish kebab in his hand. I did just grab a festival passport, and what I'm going to do is, look at the different foods and then try some of them, but cover the ones that I think would be the best. So right by Mexico, they actually have a grease stand here, and I'm going to show you guys just a few of the options. They look pretty good, but I think I'm going to skip this one because I was looking at the passport and I actually saw some other foods that I was thinking would be better. But anyways, yeah, this is still a good one, I've heard. Very good reviews. So Thailand is actually a new stand here, introduced for this year's version of the International Food and Wine Festival. And then we have some different options right there. They look pretty good, but I'm also going to skip this one and try some of the other ones. Here in Mexico, the walls are still up. They're actually building a margarita type service location. So soon in Mexico, you'll be able to get some margaritas. There's one restaurant here in Mexico I've always wanted to try. Now it's a quick service restaurant, and so, but it actually has some really good options when you're dining here. So on another visit, I'm definitely going to try it. In China, they actually have a lot of different options. The line was a little long, so I might come back to it if I decide to. And here is the menu for the stand for China. A lot of different Chinese foods, obviously. I'm not really a big fan of, Chinese foods. I will try it, but, at some point, but not a huge fan, so I'm going to skip it for right now. And, if I decide to, I'll come back later. Here in China, they have the India stand. We'll actually show you the menu in just a moment. And here's the menu for India. Based off the pictures, it actually all looks very, very good, especially that dessert right there, the cake. But anyways, like I said, I'm going to skip this one as well, because there are some other ones that I was looking at. So the food and wine passports actually come with a bunch of stickers that you can, place around the book. It's very nice. Throughout World Showcase during the Food and Wine Festival, you will find a festival shop or festival shops around. Now they actually do feature a lot of cool merchandise, but some of the merchandise that I already did cover previously at the Pavilion that I was in earlier, the Odyssey Pavilion, so I already did sort of cover a lot of this. But if you were interested, you could actually find it all over World Showcase. So a select few of the items that I actually want to try the most are the Belgian berries, or the Belgian waffles with berries on top, in addition to the warm chocolate pudding in Ireland. So those are just a few of the desserts. There's a few, options that I also want to try in Canada, so that's kind of why I'm skipping a bunch. Here's the menu for Spain. And, among other different stands, they all look very good. All the menu options look delicious, but we're gonna skip this one as well. So during previous food and wine festivals here at Epcot, around the train area, they actually had some banners on some of the lampposts that said Food and Wine Festival. They're obviously very miniature ones, but I don't think they have that this year, or at least right now, during it. And if you guys were wondering, this train area is actually right by Germany. Here at Hops and Barley, they actually have a smoked beef brisket. They have a lobster roll and a carrot cake. Those all look good. I might come back to those if I decide to, but I think most of the stands that I will be going over to are near France. I am now approaching the Japan Pavilion, and it's actually one of my favorites here at Epcot. There's really a lot to do in this pavilion. It's a very large pavilion. The biggest shop out of all the World Showcase pavilions is here in Japan, and it's a big toy shop. They have a really good hibachi restaurant upstairs. I actually had the chance to dine at not too long ago, about a couple months ago, or actually maybe 5-6 months ago, but it was really good. So I definitely want to get back there soon and try it again. Yeah, like I was saying, beautiful pavilion, very large and just a lot to do. Well, this is what I've been waiting for here at the Belgium stand, which was actually introduced in 2010. I'm going to be trying the Belgian Waffles with like some whipped cream and berries on it. There's actually two of the Belgian Waffles, and I'll move down. So there is the beer braised beef, and then the Belgian Waffle. Well, this is the Belgian Waffle here that I got from the Belgian stand. Looks incredible. It's just one of those simple options, you know, it's a Belgian waffle. You got the whipped cream on top, and then you have that drizzled chocolate syrup. And it, like I was saying, it really looks good. I think it's going to be tasty, but it's just one of those, you know, simple things. Kids will love it. I'm going to try it right now and let you guys know exactly what I think. Well, after trying the Belgian waffle, it was actually really good. So the waffle was fluffy, the whipped cream and the chocolate syrup really complemented it very well. And you know, the chocolate syrup actually, what's interesting is it tasted just like the chocolate syrup that they drizzle on the crepes here in France that you can buy, you can purchase. So yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. I mean, you can tell, like, when you've had previous Disney culinary dishes, you can tell when something's very similar. Or, like, I've had that before, but I can't quite think of it, and then I was like, oh, that's the crepe. I am now at the France little stand here, and naturally, as you guys would suspect, I'm skipping this one too. There's a lot of them, honestly. There are a lot, and there's a few that I'm kind of interested in, at least for today, since I'm kind of a little bit limited on time. So yeah, I will be skipping over this one. But if I wasn't so limited on time, I'd definitely be trying the creme brulee. That looks amazing. So maybe that's something I'll try on my next visit. I guess the great thing about the Food and Wine Festival is that it's not like one day. It's over a month or longer than that. So if you don't do everything in one day, if you like plan on coming back to Epcot, you can try dishes that you didn't try on your first visit. So you don't have to do the food and wine in one day unless you're here on a vacation and your time is very limited. Then you might be restricted to one day and you might have to do it all. But then again, you don't really have to try everything. I mean, some people only want to try a couple things. I don't think I've ever like tried everything in one day. I'd probably get full or sick. So it's really up to you guys. I mean, if you guys are big on food and if you want to try everything in one day, go for it. Just know there's a lot of food and a lot of options, so that's just my take on it. We actually have a lot of changes going on here by France, the second entrance here for Epcot. And not only is France getting an entire like refurb with the Ratatouille edition, but they're actually building a gondola skyway that will connect from other parts of Walt Disney World, like Hollywood Studios, over here to Epcot. They're actually going to have a platform right over there, like by the entrance, exit, whatever you call it. So, very interesting. I'll have to cover that on my next visit when I have a little bit more time. We'll do like a construction update as well. They have a food and wine festival backdrop by that entrance. So when you're walking in or walking out, you can get a photo with the Food and Wine Festival 2017 backdrop. Here is a closer view of the backdrop for the Food and Wine Festival 2017. I sense that a storm is approaching due to the fact that we're getting some high winds, so I need to try these foods, probably get out of here at least for a little while so I can take a break, get some editing done, and then get back here for tonight's Illuminations, which actually has a special ending because of the fact that Epcot is celebrating its 35th. Here in Ireland, I am now about to try what I've been really wanting to try, the warm chocolate pudding. $4, not bad at all. I think the other options, or the other option I got, the Belgian waffle, was also $4. So really not too expensive. Well, here it is, the warm chocolate pudding. Also has some, I guess, some glazing on top. Not really sure what that is, but we have the photo like over there. So let's see, how does this compare to the photo? I guess a little similar, except for like, instead of having it like ice cream on the side, it just has that glazing. Maybe this is like ice cream, but it just melted, not entirely sure. But yeah, they have some good options here. Everything looks pretty good. I'm starting off obviously with desserts, but as I make my way over to Canada, we're gonna try a couple like regular food items. So I actually wanted to show you guys the inside. It's like a typical lava cake. You know, you have your chocolate lava or chocolate, you know, on the inside. So it looks very good. Here at the Scotland stand, they actually have some fresh potato pancakes. I'll be skipping over that. And then they also have some stew. you know, some other things, some different beverages, you know, alcoholic beverages and stuff like that. And here is the fresh potato pancake. So it's kind of like, more like a potato latke or whatever, but looks pretty good, but it's definitely not like what I would think, like when I think of a pancake, that's definitely not what I think. Alrighty guys, so now that I'm here in Canada, I actually wanted to try the Cellier Wild Mushroom Beef Filet Mignon, and it actually comes with truffle butter sauce. I actually had to read the passport because I was like, there's no way I'm gonna remember all of that, but apparently it's really good. And it smells really good too. If you're wondering what it looked like before I go and get it, this is what it looks like. It's about $8, just in case you guys were wondering. Here we have a Canadian cheddar cheese soup with a pretzel roll on the side. I'm actually doing a voiceover due to the fact that it was windy in this clip. So by just walking around to the different, you know, stands, I'm actually seeing some things that I want to get on my next visit. So I definitely want to get the Canadian cheddar cheese soup next time with that pretzel roll. Looks awesome. So here's the steak that I got. It doesn't look just like the photo as I showed previously, but it does still look pretty good. So I'll try it, let you guys know what I think. So Hawaii actually has some really interesting items that actually smell already really good. I'm like approaching this booth and I'm like, wow, this already smells pretty good. I will be skipping them, you know, among other ones, but I'll come back. I think next time I want to try the pork slider, so I'll try that on my next visit. I am now going on over to Active Eats to try my very last item before I head out for like a temporary, I don't know, like edit break or whatever, so I gotta edit all the stuff from earlier. But I also wanted to actually show you guys the Figment lake, or the lake in front of the Figment attraction, and the fact, show you guys like where the child jumped in the water, which was actually fairly recently. Like I saw some videos of literally a child like jumped in a lake, like a water area in front of Journey into Imagination with Figment, and I thought that was really interesting, so I wanted to show you guys where that actually happened. If you like chocolate, the Chocolate Studio is perfect for you, and it's not too far from Journey into Imagination with Figment. I am now at the Active Eats, and it's actually new. They introduced it this year for the Food and Wine Festival. And as I go down, I wanted to actually try the loaded mac and cheese. It's mac and cheese with pepper bacon, so like little bacon bits, and then you have cheddar cheese, peppers, and green onions. And for the picture, right there, loaded mac and cheese. It looks awesome. Can't wait to try it. In this area, they also have Earth Eats, and then just beyond the way, Coastal Eats. So here's a look at the roasted salmon, and then also the loaded mac and cheese. Well, here is the loaded mac and cheese. A zoom in. Again, you have mac and cheese, bacon bits, you have little chives, and then you also have the breadcrumbs. Looking good. A cast member actually told me that it was phenomenal and definitely worth trying. So we'll try it also on camera for you guys. And then if you are an annual pass holder, they'll give you like a complimentary mini button, and it actually says Epcot International Food and Wine Festival on it. So that's very cool, but you do have to purchase something from one of like the newer places here, like Earth Eats or Coastal Eats. Grabbed a good amount right here, and like I said, I'm going to try it on camera. So it's like regular mac and cheese. The breadcrumbs definitely give it that extra kick. Same with the bacon bits, so it has like a little bit of a crunch to it. And then I'm not really tasting the chives as much as I'm tasting everything else. But yeah, there's like some peppers in there too, so it definitely has like a little spice to it, but it's pretty good. Well, that was delicious. All of the foods I tried in the Food and Wine Festival were great in total, and I only spent about 20 bucks, so not a lot. But I think next time I definitely want to try more foods, or at least one item from like each stand. And I'll definitely have that steak again, whatever I got the filet from Canada. That was delicious. But yeah, like next time I'll try more items. This area is called Next Eats, and you know, all of the foods that are served here are very environmentally friendly. You know, that they do take sustainability, you know, into consideration. It's a very important thing for them. So they do advertise where all of the foods are sourced from. There's a lot I didn't show you guys today from the Food and Wine Festival, and also the Epcot 35th celebration or anniversary. I wanted to show you guys a lot more. I just didn't really get to everything, unfortunately, because you know, I'm kind of closing off the vlog here. I'll be back here tonight for Illuminations, but I did want to show you guys this. So recently, more recently, a child was somehow able to climb one of the fences, go into this like lake water area, and the child made its way, he made its way all the way over to this area right here. It caused quite a controversy. There were a lot of other guests watching from around the area. I was like thinking at first, like, what, is there some new show over here? Because there's like a lot of guests in the video on the side. And no, it's actually a kid in here. So, a lot of Disney security showed up. A lot of other individuals, like management for the park, for Epcot, showed up. But they didn't really go into the water at first. What they tried to do is when they got the kid to swim over here, one of the Disney security cast members tried to grab the kid, and actually it was a success. Grabbed the kid, pulled them up out of the water. They were in the grass area, but then all of a sudden when the security officer said, okay, everything's good, I'm just going to assume the kid will follow me back up, then now the kid goes back in the water and starts swimming all the way back. And then you have cast members in this area, and you even have maybe the family members, and they were actually able to go into the water. They went in, grabbed the kid, pulled him out, and then they took him, so there's like a gate right there, they took him through there, I think. Very funny. The video went viral, or it got at least a lot of views. The line for the pin trading booth has definitely, or not pin trading booth, the pin trading like center, has definitely died down a lot for the pins. But the line for the I Was There merchandise is actually probably just about the same like time, so crazy. Well, it is like 3 o'clock right now. I do plan on getting out of here just for a little bit. I know the Illuminations is like tonight, a little bit later on, so for a couple hours I'll be able to kind of start editing this vlog, work on some college stuff. And yeah, like my weekend has been so busy. Usually I dedicate like one day out of the weekend. Usually it's Saturday or Sunday, and sometimes even like a Friday afternoon, like I dedicate that time to visiting a theme park. But lately it's been like I can't do a full day. It's only a couple hours because, you know, I'm so busy with everything. So I'm trying to work out a schedule that works so I can always have like one full day for visiting theme parks. So hopefully that works out in the near future. I like how at almost any ticket sales booth around the Walt Disney World Resort, they actually have ads for the Pandora, the World of Avatar attractions at Disney's Animal Kingdom. So one of them is advertising the Flight of Passage experience, fly on the back of a Banshee, and then the other one is for Navi River Journey, where you can navigate a mystical river, which is the Navi River. Well, I just wanted to include this in the vlog. It turns out I am at Disney Springs in order to get some work done, probably at one of the restaurants or Disney or Starbucks. But look at Disney Quest. They're actually taking it all down, but it looks actually very interesting. The vlog was supposed to end, but now I'm at Disney Springs and I'm actually noticing something new. They're playing Halloween music, like the type of music that you'd hear at the Magic Kingdom or actually on Haunted Mansion. But they actually have like some Halloween banners up here. So let's see. Same ones as last year, like Halloween at, Halloween at Disney Springs. I haven't been to Disney Springs in a while, so I'm noticing some new like theming on the side of the Edison. We have like a Trans Global Airways sign right there. Interesting. I'm on I-4 right now, and check it out. It's one of the iDrive, iRide trolleys, and they actually have a SeaWorld Orlando VR virtual reality ad on it.